Okay, welcome back to the Tonebar channel. Okay, in this episode, we're just gonna put strings on this 12 string. This is just kind of like a setup thing. So what we talking about when we're talking about a tone bar? The tone bar, look at the logo. The tone bar is a new way of mounting your strings on your guitar. That's secure. All the ball ends are secured in the middle of the pinhole, giving the bridge the ultimate contact, and doing away with this old archaic pin method. See, the pins are just in there all different kind of ways. You can't repeat that. Anyway, so we're gonna work on this 12 string. Here's what a tone bar looks like underneath your saddle. That's a real bridge. It's a real marked bridge. Here's where your wire would be for your pickup, and then these little bitty dots here are where the ball ends were hit when there's pins in there. And then the tone bar, I just drew around it, and that's all the contact you're getting. See the difference? You're just barely touching the bridge plate. The tone bar gives you contact all the way across. It makes your guitar sound so much better. It's ridiculous how, this is a game changer. This is the new standard. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play this. This is a Sigma with a broken neck, and it's got all these pins in here. It's a 12 string. I'm going to fix the neck. So this is how this 12 string sounds now. And we're going to put a new set of strings on it. Is that a tune? Okay, so this is going to be I'm going to show you how to cut the nut down. Okay. All right. So this is going to be just working on the 12 string video. All right, let me see if I can get this camera tilted down here. Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this capo here, and the neck's got just the slightest bit of curve on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a capo is a very useful thing, not just for changing keys in songs. So I'm going to capo this off at the 5th fret. And then we're going to see how much space we got between the fret and the string. Okay, so we're going to cut it down some. Not all the way. Now to do that, to cut your nut down, you need these Grobay files, and the only part of the file is on the edge. It's on the edge, nothing here. It's smooth, so you don't chew up the side of your thing. All right, so we're going to use this one. Well, it's in the way of the camera. Okay, so I'm gonna loosen these strings one at a time, and then I'm gonna cut this nut down. Well, that was good to check it. I really don't need that. So all you want to do is just raise that string off there. Okay. And you can just fast forward. I want to thank everybody that's got a tone bar, that's bought a tone bar. I'm sure you're enjoying your guitar like never before. It is a game changer. Alright, we're just going to loosen these and take them off as we go down through here. You just want to take a little bit of that edge off there. You're just taking a little bit off the bottom. Of that nut. You don't want to get too aggressive with it. You just want to kind of just rechannel it just a little bit. Just a little bit. This was missing the little G string. Okay. Just barely. Just take the bottom of that edge off. And all these are all the little. Alright, now once I take these strings off of here, then we'll clean it up, and then we're gonna fix this. This is just like part one. And then the nut's loose. That's wonderful. Okay, and now when we got it out, we can just if you go too deep, you can always fill it up with super glue and some filings off of the nut. Okay, now we're going to look at this other end down here. We're going to try to get my string winder. We're going to get all these strings off of here, and then we're going to try to get a picture underneath the bridge and see what those pins look like, which we all know what that looks like. I know this is boring, but you know, this is just part of. The neck's pretty straight on this Sigma. It's pretty dirty, but I think it's going to be a good guitar. That neck breaking, we can fix that. That's a crack in just the right spot where it can be fixed. And then I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Okay, we got all the strings off. Now, let's see if we can get a picture with our phone here. Okay. Okay, thanks for waiting. We're going to do a cleanup on it, and then we're going to try to get a picture of the inside of this, and then we'll fix the crack. The next video will be the next part of the video will be fixing the crack. All right, bye. Thank you. Hi, and welcome back to the Tonebar channel. Okay, Karen's here with us today. Karen Louise Carpenter. She loves music. She'll sit right here on your lap and listen to you play the guitar. She's a little feisty, but that's okay. She's a good baby. All right. Today, we've got something special here. I just wanted to share with you. We'll tune it up. This is a Danelectro Vincent Bell signature design electric sitar. This is a Vinnie Bell Danelectro sitar. Let me get her tuned up here. Okay, a friend of mine. This is a friend of mine's. Let's look at it. Okay, this is the reissue. It's got the drone strings. Now I want you to look at something. Why I have it. Why the reason I have it is that I made that back pickup ring for it. Okay. It's got the low impedance. It's a coral. Okay. Well, this friend of mine, his brother sent this to him, and it was just a neck and a body and. Okay. All right. So this is so I've installed the neck, put some new strings on it, made a new pickup ring for here for the back pickup, and so. All right, well, this is just a little commercial. Get a Tonebar. Tonebar making guitar sound better. This is a little commercial. This is sponsored by. Vinnie Bell. Reissue Danelectro here at Tonebar. My microphone just got. Give me that. Karen just snatched the microphones. Okay, all right. Well, that's what having cats will do for you. Okay, well, thanks for watching this part of it. Quit. All right. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back to the Tonebar channel. All right, I've shot a video of the inside of the pins. Now I want you to pay close attention to this. Look how all those ball ends are just pointing in different directions. Look at all the damage on that. That looks like a like a. All right, let me. I want you to look at that. They're just all different directions. Look at that. See how where it's tearing the bridge plate up? All those pins, all those pins and those ball ends of them strings are doing that. Okay. All right, so you got a good look at that. All right, now what we're going to do here is we're going to take these pins out, and then we're going to clean this guitar up, and then we're going to fix the neck, and then we're going to restring it after we clean it up. Okay, so stand by for part 3. Okay, we're going to take these pins out. We're going to show you, see how hard it is to get these pins out here. That one's okay. These are nice ebony pins with abalone in them. And the beauty of this is we don't need these pins no more. We're getting rid of these bad boys. All right, now we're going to look at these ball ends down here. Now see, they got this one's got 2 bends in it, one here and one here. They all got 2 bends in them. Look how bent over that one is. It's got 2 bends, and it's crimped here and it's crimped here. That's what's causing your strings to break. The pins, and the ball ends are getting forced up against that bridge plate. It tears your bridge plate up. So we're going to get rid of these. We'll keep these in case we need them for something else. Okay. All right, that's part 2. Now we're coming back with the neck fix. All right. Okay, to fix the neck, all we need is a damp cloth, old sock, a couple of Jenga blocks, okay, some Type Bond 3, best wood glue in the world, and a clamp. Okay, so here we go. This is not going to be okay. So this thing's got a bolt in there. So we're going to take this little bolt out. I'm going to leave that hole in here just for maybe put a strap on it. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Use one of the edge of our files. Used our file as a screwdriver. Alright, we got it loose. Very ingenious. Whoever did that did a good job. Had just a 1032 bolt with 2 washers. And this side had 3 washers and a locking nut. We'll keep that. Okay, now, so let's see how bad the crack is. Okay, can you see that? We're gonna open it up just a little bit. Okay, this ain't rocket science. This is just how you get things done. Alright, I'm gonna put that over there. I'll lay that right there. Alright, so all we're going to do here, first off, we're going to use our clamp. Clamp his body down. Just a little bit. Well, all right, we'll just have to hold it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna, all right, don't try this at home. I'm gonna force this neck back with this arm, and I'm gonna fill this thing full of glue. All right, so we got a bunch of glue on there. And all we're doing is forcing that glue way up into that crack. Okay, you gotta hold that neck open and force that glue down in there. See what I'm doing there? I'm pulling that neck open just a little bit and force as much glue down in that hole or in that crack as I can. much of that glue up in there as you can get in there. It'll push all back in there. Okay, now just take our wet towel and wipe all that excess off. And now, alright, we got all the excess off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these two Jenga blocks, put this clamp on there. Okay, now look at that nice smiley face of glue you get. See, that's the glue squeeze out. That's what you want. You're gonna tighten that thing down as tight as you can get it, and then you take your little rag and you wipe all that excess off. And then I'm gonna let that set for, I'm gonna let it set I'm gonna get another clamp and put it on this end here, because I think I can get a little bit more squeeze out on that. Okay, that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna let this dry for 3 days. So this is a slow process, but it's, when you get a decent guitar and it just needs a few little repairs, it's not a big deal. All right, be right back. Okay, we're making progress on this old 12 string. Okay, so we had we got the neck fixed. The neck's all glued up. The fingerboard's been cleaned. The frets have been shined. It's been cleaned up a little bit, but before we put the strings on it, this, you know, the Tonebar is a new way of mounting your strings to make sure your guitars sound better. I got very high expectations for this 12 string. This thing is just gonna, back in the day, where I worked at, we was a Martin and Sigma dealer, and I remember selling these, and these were good, solid old, you know, good guitars. All right, so what I've heard a lot of people talk about is, and we're talking about string breakage. The Tonebar with the better angle prevents string breakage, but a lot of the string breakage happens at the top of the pinhole, where the string gets a hard break over there, and we showed you that with that other one. Okay, so here's my solution. You know, I take one of these diamond round needle files. All right, here we go. And then I'm gonna slot this bridge, these pinholes, just so the string has a smooth transition over the edge. We're just eliminating the sharp edge here at the top of the pinhole is what we're doing. I'll move my microphone over here. Hang on, stand by. on there. Okay, now we're back. All right, so we're just going to slot these pinholes just to give it a little better, a smoother transition. We want a smoother transition, not a 90-degree break. Okay, so this is just one little step. That other 12 string I did, my buddy come over and see it. He wanted it, so I sold it to him. This one needed a lot more work, and I don't mind putting the work into it because I plan on keeping this one. I don't have a 12 string. I've had a bunch of them, but I got very, 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 very high expectations for this one. Okay, now that we've done that with the needle file, I'm going to do one more little hack that I come up with. I take a like a A or a D string, and I put it down the first slot, and I just burnish the hole. I'm just kind of smoothing out what that file did. Stick it down in the hole, just grab it this way, and use it like a rope saw. All you're doing is making that transition just a little bit better. And then your strings will seat in there better. This doesn't hurt the guitar at all. All it does is you're smoothing out the path for your string. And my cats are fighting outside the door. All right, so the string acts like a rope saw. And like I said, I did that on that last 12 string, and that thing really sounded good. So we're going to do it with this. Okay, that's the front holes. Do these in order, you won't get confused. And one more thing while we're doing it, after you take the pins out, and I showed you the damage, I take my hand and I put it up underneath the bridge and get all that debris, all the chipping from the pins and the ball ends. They leave all kind of artifacts down there. So you want to get all that out of the way. So when you put the tone bars in there, the tone bars flat, flush up against all that. Okay. Ow. All we're doing is smoothing out where we had that file at, and we're going a little deeper in there. All right, last hole. All right. Okay, we got that done. Now all of pinholes have been slotted now. Okay, so that's it for this part. We're gonna let this sit for a little while, and the neck glued up good, but I'm gonna let it sit for a little while, and then when I come back, we're gonna put the strings on it and put 2 tone bars in it, and then you'll be able to, hopefully I'll take that camera I used the other day, and I'll just put 2 strings on the 2 outside strings, and we'll show you what it looks like underneath. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, welcome back. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to string this 12 string up. Okay, one thing we got to do first. We got to do that first. I got to find it. There we go. All right. The nut fell off, so I slotted the nut down. And what we're going to do is we're going to just put a little bitty touch of glue on here. Just a little bitty touch of glue. And we're going to use a little piece of paper. All right, so ow. Alright, so all we're going to do here is just going to put a little touch of glue right there, and we're going to spread it out. Okay, we just want a little bit, and then we're going to just put our nut on here, and then we're going to restring it, and the strings will hold it down until it dries. There's just a little bit of squeeze out right there. Just wipe all that off. Got a little bit of squeeze out. Okay, if you hear the cats fighting outside the door, that's all it is. Okay, now. When you got a 12 string, you need 2 tone bars. 2 tone bars. Okay, and we're going to put on the back row first, and then the front row. And then when you get the back row on, you just hang them over the back. You're going to see. All right, let's get our 12 string. Got a brand new set of phosphorus bronze, 48 to 11. Okay. Now what we need first is the back strings are the octave strings. So that's one for the and the little string is first on the front one, and the last one's an 11, so 2 11s, and then we're going to do the 48. Okay, so what we're going to do here, and you don't have to do this at home, I'm just doing this just to show you what's going on here. I'm going to put in the 2 octave strings on the first 2 strings, and then I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I can't do that. All right, so I'll just go ahead and start doing it, and then we'll see where we get. Okay, so the first string, that's the back row, the first string. This is the front row. Okay, and this is the first string on the first string. That's the second string. This is the second string. This is the 12. This is the third string. This is the back string. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3. And then this is the high G string. And then one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 14 and 14. So these are the back strings, and these are the front strings. Okay, so we got a 26, a 16, a 12, a 9, a 14, and a 11. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put these on here. This is the back row. The small strings go on first. So we got our string, we got our tone bar. We're doing the back row first. Back row first. Just slide it on a tone bar. It'll sit right there. Okay. And we're doing the 16. Like I said, this is the back row. You just got to keep these separate. Bring the strings up out of the way. Slide it on the tone bar. Okay, then we got the 12. And we're going to slide it on the tone bar. Pull your strings out of the way. Just shove it down in there. And slide it on the tone bar. Okay. Now you got 3 strings on there. Now this is the high G. This is the one that usually breaks on a 12 string. It's that high G string. It's a 9. Alright, so we're going to hold them up out of the way. Drop your G string down in there. This is so much easier to do when you're using new strings because, like I said, the pins crimp the strings up and then you can't hardly get them on there. Now here's the last, here's the B string. These are 14s. Like I said, if you hear cats fighting outside the door, they're just playing. Okay. Slide that on the tone bar. Alright. Okay, last string, and then I'm going to show you the trick. Last string. This is the little 11. Still doing the back row. Stick your 11 down in there. Bring it up. Now, like I said before, I've just upgraded, I've just adapted the installation of the tone bar. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this patent sticker off, and we'll slide it over here on this bent on the 45 degree end to keep the strings from coming off. Now all we're going to do is just and with your finger you can feel where that tone bar is at. Okay, that went in there perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take this and we're going to hold it down with that. Alright, we'll let that sit right there. Let's see if I can get this camera in here and take a picture of that while we're doing that. Okay. Okay. So we're going to start recording. See how that looks down there? Okay. Start recording. Alright, well that wasn't so great. That wasn't so great, but you get the idea. Okay, now we got the back side on. Now let's put the front side on. And we got 48, 40, 20, 30, 14, 11. Okay, here we go with this back. Like I said, I got high expectations for this 12 string. Get these all on there. Okay, front row. Back strings are out of the way. Put our 48 in here and slide it on the tone bar. Okay. And now the 40. Pull your string out of the way. Slide your ball in on the tone bar. Okay. So I want to spin on me, if that's okay. watch how it spins so you get it back the same way. Slide it on the tone bar. Okay, we've got 3 of them on there. All right, now this is the 20, and this is the high G, or the lower G. Stick it in there. Slide it on there. It should stay right there. 2 more to go. So you're not messing with those pins, you're just getting these strings lined up, and then you're going to pull them up, and they're going to make this guitar sound incredible. That last 12 string, that Fender, it had some neck problems, but it still sounded really good. And that's the main thing, is you're just trying to, it doesn't matter if it's a cheap guitar or a new guitar or an expensive guitar, the tone bar makes any guitar, plywood, solid wood, it just comes alive. Okay, now here we go. We're going to get this last string in there. Get all our strings out of the way. Just don't want to get them all tangled up. Now, here we go with the last string. And then, like I said, don't bend that end up, because then we have to mess with it when you change strings. Just take that patent sticker off and slide it over here on that 45 degree, and then you're good. And then we're just going to pull that thing up. Okay, now I'm going to hold this and see if I can get this camera in here one more time. Okay, we're recording. Let me get this down inside here. Sorry about that. Okay, see where the tone bar is? See all that in there? I'm going to do this real slow so you can see it. And see that light shining up through my... Okay. Let's see if we got it. Let's see if we got it. I want you back here. Okay, we're recording. Let me get this down inside here. Okay, see where the tone bar is? See all that in there? I'll do this real slow so you can see it. And see that light shining up through my... Let's see if we got it. Okay, we're recording. Let me get this down inside here. Okay, see where the tone bar is? See all that in there? I'll do this real slow so you can see it. And see that light shining up through my... Okay. Let's see if we got it. Okay, so now it's at least you know what's going on now. All right. From what I've seen, The tone bar needs to be adjusted just a little bit. Okay, I think that's got it. Now I want to take the big E string and I'm going to tighten it up. Okay. Now we're going to take, we got one on the front. And we'll take the one on the back. And take the high E. Okay, now let's do this again. Let's look and make sure we got our adjustments right. See what we got now. All right, and I can tell. Get this camera down in here. Okay, now let's see what we got here. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Like I said, you don't have to take this much time when you're doing this at home. This is just got now. All right, we got two strings on. Hello?
Oh yeah, howdy.
Hey, what's up?
Did you find anything at the wonderful Goodwill?
No, not today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah. I'll tell you, you sure have found a lot of good treasures there, though, Dennis.
Oh yeah.
Man, found that 12-string guitar. God, that was a bargain.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now.
Yeah, and that wonderful mixing device that I think you said you might give it to your daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, buddy. Yeah. Well, I'll let you get back to your work. I just wanted to tell you, we'll do this thing next week. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Maybe next Wednesday. You don't go to that timeout bar on Wednesdays, do you?
No, we do it different days. Just let me know.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking either next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. And we'll have a real good time. I did it this week, but I'm just exhausted from taking care of 3 properties.
Oh, I bet. I can imagine.
Back and forth, and it just kind of caught up with me. I'm getting ready to go take me a nap on the couch in there. I was going to try to do it today with you, but...
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, why don't we do it next week, and we can, they probably will be less crowded, too, because people are probably really going in there for the 4th celebration.
I have no idea. Yeah, that'd be fine. Just let me know.
Okay, well, all right, well, you take care, okay?
All right, I will. You be careful.
Thanks again for the good job you did. God, it's beautiful.
Oh, I'm thank you. Yeah, that was a tough repair, but I'm glad. Like I said, I don't know anybody 500 miles around here that could do that.
Oh my God! I tell you, I'm just gonna have to play that thing even more now. I love it.
All right.
And I thought about another one they used a sitar on it. Every time you go away, take a piece of me.
Cry Like a Baby, and then the Delphonics have a song like that. Didn't I really blow your mind this time? Dare, 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 dare.
My God!
Yeah,
Man, they use this thing on everything, didn't they?
Yeah, it's a good accompanying material.
Yeah, it's a very good conversation piece. Yeah. You know what? You'll never believe who pulled up in my front yard yesterday. David Lutz.
Oh hell, what do you want?
Yeah, he just said, "Hey man, have you had any hits on your house?" And I said, "Well, David, I'm getting close, I think, but no definite commitments. I had a guy, the first guy that looked at it 3 weeks ago. I thought he was going to buy it, but he wanted me to drop it 15 more grand after I just dropped it for him, 20 grand. And he said, "Oh no, man, you can't do that. That's too much." He said, "I just sold my mother's house for 193, and he said, this is a much nicer place here." And I went, "Well," I said, "man, golly, your mother died. I'm so sorry." I'd already told him I was sorry about his mother dying.
Right.
But he saved himself so much money selling it by owner.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but that was the way to do things, and I just didn't.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but he did pull up, and I told him about the sitar, and he said, "Man, I would love to see that." I said, "David, we'll get together, and I'll show you the wonderful Danelectro sitar." He said, "All right."
There you go.
He said, "By the way, I'm putting your house on my Facebook." He said, "Maybe you'll get some bites." I said, "Thank you, please do."
Okay, that's cool.
Because he knows about like 2,000 or 3,000 people.
Oh yeah.
So that was a good thing that happened. I mean, we so to speak, what's the old saying? Buried the hatchet, so to speak.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, in engine talk.
Right.
All right, I'll let you get back to your work.
Okay. All right. I'll see you next week. Okay. Thank you. Happy 4th. I'll let you know. Just call me and let me know.
Maybe I'll stop in and visit you around the 4th.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
All right.
And how is the little kitty?
Oh, she's wonderful. She's just thriving.
Oh, she's a good little girl.
Right. All right, I'll let you go.
All right, see you. Bye.
All right, bye. Okay, that was my friend who I just worked on his. Well, I'm glad I did that. I just worked on his 12-string Vinnie Bell Belzuki, and it had a pickup ring missing, and I made one out of just a piece of metal that I had, and I was really proud of myself. I had to made it out of a piece of aluminum, and man, I had to drill holes out and file it all out, and it took me like 3 hours. I was soaking wet over at my shop. All right, so this is, you know, getting up there into 30-minute territory. So let's get this thing together and see what this thing sounds like. I'm anxious to hear what this thing sounds like. Yeah, that Vinnie Bell Belzuki 12-string. No, it's a 6-string. But boy, it's got the sound. It was a Danelectro Coral Vinnie Bell Sitar. A Coral Sitar. Okay, so once we get the tone bar in there and get it lined up, then all we're going to do is just string this up one string at a time, just like you normally do. I think it's sounding good. All right, so what's next? You gotta watch these because the octave strings go first. So this is the little D. I know this is boring, but you can just fast forward through it. We're going to get this thing tuned up. Just fast forward to the end, and I'll play it at the end. But I'm going to leave the camera running just because I can. Okay. This is the last on this side. This is the bigger D string. This old Sigma's got a nice set of Grover tuners on it. The bone is a nice solid piece of plastic, and I think the bridge is a bone bridge. It seemed pretty nice. So like I said, I got high expectations for this little jewel. This is the one that breaks the most. This is the high G string. This is the one that causes the most trouble. But with the tone bar in there, the ball end isn't all bent up, and when you slot the pinholes, it's got a smooth transition over that saddle. So you're much better off with a tone bar, and you know, the longevity of your strings is going to be like twice as long, you know. All right, almost got her down there. All right, now this is the last wound string. The last two are just the B strings. So this is the last wound. I'll let that neck set up all night. That should be plenty of time for that glue to dry. That's really, really good glue. And I had it glued up. I had it clamped up really, really, really good. All right. Now, last two strings, the two B strings. All right, this is number 11. I know this is going to be a long video, but I might break it up. I don't know. Oh, man. Oh. It hurts your back standing up here like this all day. Okay, last string. This is the last B string. All right, we're almost there. Almost there. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All of the strings are lined up on the ball ends. So all the ball ends are lined up with the pinholes. Now, we're going to have to tune this baby up. Just going to stretch our strings a little bit. Just give them a little tug. Okay. Okay, we're getting close. All right, I'm going to sit my butt down here. Okay. Okay, first tuning. let's stretch them one more time. All right. On a 12 string, you got to tune it like. Okay. Third tuning. Thing is really ringing out. That's a 46 millimeter pick. That's the smallest pick you can get. Listen to that sustain. Okay, let's set this down for a second, and we're going to move the microphone, and we're going to move this workbench out of the way. Move this workbench out of the way. What the hell was that? That was my phone. All right. Move the workbench out of the way. And where's our little stand at? Well, here it is. Well, I'm not sure how to do that. All right, let me take this off here. Sorry for all these delays. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, so what do we learn about this 12 string? And I like to use these big old diamond shaped picks. This thing is really ringing out. That thing is ringing and screaming. That's unbelievable. Okay, so we had, let's see, in review here, we had a cracked neck. There was a cracked neck. All right, the nut wasn't glued on there. It's on there perfect now. We took the pins out. We slotted the pin holes, and now it's got a smooth transition. Look at all those. Just a very smooth transition. Okay, so I think it could still use just a little bit of a setup, but it's still pretty dang good. It sounds better with that. Okay, and with the tone bar in your guitar, your strings, your ball ends don't slink up and slide and hit your Okay, well that's it for this video. We got it all done. It's a lot of work. I'm gonna play this was just a repair video, and then I'm gonna just do another little quick video to add to the end of the other one where I use the other strings. Okay, thanks for watching, and take care of those that you love.